Guys, so keeping up with the Kabus as usual, AKOTHEE made a post on Instagram and she was trying to advise Simon and Sara Kabu with their ongoing issues, because issues, by the way, have turned another way. Because Sara is claiming there was a machete she was being threatened with, there was a gun involved, and she was even telling the DCI to investigate the ex, and Amuita ex, by the way. So this is what Sara wrote. Someone tell DCI I'm waiting for full investigations on my gender-based violence complaints. Sasa, cause it's being done online with paid campaigns. My ex is connected everywhere and keeps boasting I cannot take him anywhere in this country. I want justice. Long live Bonfire Adventures. I am the founder and now fully in charge. Christmas bookings ongoing. So she confirms she's fully in charge. Remember, there's another company Simon is promoting. The other company was being said to belong to Maureen Kabu, the daughter, the older daughter of Kabu. Anyway, since the girl came into their lives, hey, things turned 360. Because at one point they were saying at his Jews, Simon was trying to get some shares for her daughter at Bonfire. Sara was not happy with the situation. Anyway, the main story here is that AKOTHEE has decided to give her 2 cents. And I've seen people trying to say, oh, who are you to advise people, yet you have been married so many times and have failed. I always say, guys, there's one thing you need to realize. Talking to someone who has been successful in marriage is a good thing, as well as talking to someone who has failed. Because remember, these 2 people have experience of the good and the bad. This one can tell you, I failed because I did A, B, C, D, E, F. This one is saying, I succeeded because I did A, B, C, D, E, F. So a smart student will listen to both. Yeah, you listen to both because you want to learn. The main here is we come online for entertainment and for learning. Make sure every time you come online, you learn something. Siku ji entertain to pass time. Okay, so AKOTHEE decided to write. The problem here is the relationship between a husband and a wife, where emotions, children, and property are involved. It's not employee-employer issues. Don't mix the two. Someone is emotionally damaged. Be mindful. Yeah, definitely we know that someone was being very emotional, especially when that time alienda kwa nyumba akapata that lady. And I feel like there's more to that lady, because Sara is saying, if you listen to Sara, alisema, I want my husband to come out and explain who that lady was. Nataka hata mimi nijue. Remember, she was very nervous. Alikuwa anakaa chini, anasimama, anaongea vizuri, anakaa chini, anaekelea mguu juu, anacross miguu, anapanua miguu. Where? And by the way, the same happened to Simon. Simon was the same. I mean, these 2, I don't know why they are separating. Wako the same. Their body language when they are talking is the same. Simon alikuwa anasimama, anakaa, anatembea, anarudi, anakaa, anauma apple, like when they are nervous, they behave the same. Anyway, let's go back to AKOTHEE. AKOTHEE says, I would like to take this opportunity to urge both couples to step away from social media and try to appear as the innocent ones. While we may seem to care, and push you to provide evidence of who did what, where, with who. Remember this, people don't want evidence to set you free. Instead, all the evidence you share with us online in laws will be used to bring you down. Hey, I like that. That is very true. The evidence mtapeana ndio itatumika kukuvuta chini. If there is not enough, we will burn you, and even and in even burning, and if even burning isn't enough, we will drag your children into it and take sides in your business. Oh my God, that one is bad. Iyo imeniguza. Because remember, this couple have very young kids, by the way. Their kids are very young. And you know, this is trauma. Remember, these parents are always busy. Remember, wako kwa ofisi all the time, you know. Most of the time they are busy, or they are outside the country, or, you know, they are always busy bodies. Because building an empire, building a company takes blood and sweat. Ina take blood and sweat, yani to build a company. So you can imagine the amount of time they spend away from home. That is why they have to hire like 2 or 3 nannies. Uyu anafanya hii kama. Same with Diana. I mean, they are ever busy. Kutafuta dosi kitu rahisi. So that is true. It will haunt their children. This is now childhood trauma that will haunt them. Na usisahau, internet never forgives and forgets. Wakifika teenage ndio utaona effects. Right now bado ni watoto. Though still in school, they are still school going kids. Watoto watawaambia, oh, your mom and dad are fighting online, because watoto wa siku hizi, they are very smart. Kids of nowadays wacha tu. They are very smart. So they need a lot of counseling. These kids wanataka counseling. Na pia wazazi wao to talk to the kids, you know, a soft talk to the kids about the situation. It'll help the kids in school, that is, so that will avoid kubuliwa, ndio at least wako na good mental space, because ini childhood trauma ina planned, itakuja kutokezea teenage time, sio sahi. Anyway, whatever is happening is good, is not good for either of you or your family members, especially your children. The people you are explaining yourselves to include some of who have barely escaped the bed of death, called marriage. Where marriage imeitwa bed of death. That is very true. Oh, it's only in marriage where you lie next to the enemy. I'm telling you. Akodhea meita nini? Bed of death, called marriage. Don't scrutinize or try to damage each other's reputation. All the evidence you are sharing now will one day come back to bite you. That is very true. Because I ask myself, what was the relevance of releasing iyo CCTV footage, if not to damage somebody's reputation? Like, what was the use of releasing it? Because anatuambia they were even supposed to file for attempted murder. Do you know what that means? Attempted murder. Yani ulikuwa unataka ku mapangale. Yani that song mapangale. Na vile naichukia hiyo song juwe. You know, guys, songs have spiritual impact. Unaona, these things, Martins wanasema mapangale ya shingo, mapangale sijui ya wapi. That song, kama kuna song mbaya ni hiyo song, guys. Ebu be careful, because anyway, tuendele. I insist, Kabu shut up. You are the man, a father and an entrepreneur. Toka kwa kamera kwanza. This matter is too sensitive to be public right now. I have been in these shoes before, where my ex broke our union, convinced everyone that I was the problem. Deep down, he knew the truth. I am not saying you are wrong, but wait. Just wait, bro. I have been in those shoes, both of you. A woman replaced me in my matrimonial home. I was left husbandless with children, and yet, even she didn't keep my man. She eventually dumped him. Remember, you can't build an empire on somebody else's tears. Kuna machozi, kuna mtu anaendanga every day analia every day. Building that empire, you know, wame build, they have homes, they have a business, they have all these things. Through sweat, blood, and tears, they have built their empire. And then, wanaitangwa nini? Ka socialite. Kanaingia, all she has. Anyway, wachana hiyo story. Anyway, so, whatever is in court, keep it there. Hawa watu wa social media, sio watu wazuri. Remember, you still need to share the kids, the family, and the business. Both of you just shut up and sort out your issues of social media. Divorce doesn't have to be ugly. Kama Big G imeisha utamu, tema kwa heshima. I stand with Sara until proved guilty. Certified Chief Officer of Failed Marriages. President of Single Mothers. I'm a sign out. AKOTHEE. Anyway, guys, I feel, my opinion is, I feel like there was some kind of sabotage going on here. Kuna mtu alikuwa na try kutrigger the other. Na because, you know, when these things are going on, emotions are very high. Tempers are very high. Yani kila mtu ako. That's why you could see their body language. They are sitting, they are not even thinking before they, you know, like the video Sarah made. I think it was a bad idea. Kuja na kusema, sio mimi nilikuwa pale. You know, you could have said, yes, it was me, but I was triggered to do so, and I apologize. I'm so sorry, guys. Singechukua mapanga le ni atakule dem. You know, because, you know, 1, 2, 3. Because now the issue is, when you don't talk honestly to people, they think, okay, what else are you hiding? You know, guys, let us practice talking the truth. Take responsibility of whatever you have done. Kama ni mzuri, kama ni mbaya, chukua responsibility. Sema, yeah, it was at the heat of the moment. Nikafanya hivyo, na it was wrong. It was wrong. And I'm actually doing I'm taking some classes, the anger management. Na I promise not to repeat that. Remember, she's a virtuous woman leader. So, hiyo video kureleasiwa inasema, okay, huyu ndio virtuous woman, muone. You know, I feel like it was released for that purpose, kusabotage your situation. I don't know. Anyway, for whatever reason it was released, at the end of the day, that is the mother of your kids. Yani, remember, if she's not happy, your kids will not be happy. Kids wanakuanga, I mean, that energy inatoka from the mom, inaenda kwa watoto. So, you have to make sure your lady is happy, so that your kids also are happy and grow healthy. Otherwise, na hizi tensions zinaendelea. Remember, energy is transmitted from the parent to the kids. pia watoto wata feel iyo negative energy. They'll feel it. What I feel, because we are spiritual beings. We are spiritual. So the minute wanaona mami analia pale kwa pillowcase, anasuffer heartbreak, of course. And I always say, surely, if you love your kids, you know, it's funny. People will say, I love my kids, but you mistreat their mother. Like, how does that even make sense? I really wonder how that makes sense. Because this is a whole package. Inakuja kama package. It's the same mess upataye, like you get this single mom and you want to marry her. And then you tell her, I love you very much, but I don't love your kids. How now? How? It's a package. Inakuja kama package. Inakuja yote. Ni ngombe na kamukanda yake. Uwezi chukua, Wakikuyu wanasemanga, uwezi chukua ngombe na uache mkanda. Unabeba zote, ni zako. So, as adults, as parents, don't bring these children into kwa hii world. Kama unajua, you're not ready to commit. Because remember, at the end of the day, marriage is a commitment. Marriage is being intentional. You have to intend, I intend to stay here. I will not cheat. I will not look left. Actually right now, I'm not even talking to them. I'm just saying in general. Because at the end of the day, we are learning something. Sisi kama wapenzi watazamaji. We are learning a thing or two. It is so sad, you know, we thought picture perfect. Build an empire together. Happily ever after. Wapi. Anyway, there is a spirit out there to fight marriages. That one you have to realize. Especially these marriages that are on social media. Kama uko kwa marriage na kina Bahatis, kina Milichebis, kina all these stable marriages zenye ziko online. Muchunge sana. Kuna a spirit in a fight marriages. So that their upcoming youth waone kumbe marriage ni scam. It's a scam, but it's not a scam. Both of you have to be intentional. I intend to love this woman for the rest of my life. Nina intend kupenda huyu mwanaume for the rest of my life. You know? I don't want to look left, right, hivi, side. Because kuangalia hivi side, shetani wanga meka katrap hapo. Ukianguka hivi, boom, inakuja social media, and then tunapewa chai. Yetu ni chai kukunywa, ikiletwa tunakunywa. But we sympathize most with the kids. Because fahari wawili wapiganapo nyasi ndio umia. Remember, these are two big wigs. Hawa ni watu wawili, very strong-willed. They are fighting each other like this. And it's over control, money, power, and the kids. So in the crossfire, watoto watashikwa kwa crossfire. It is very sad. So it's a high time both of them take a chill pill, check on your mental health, your well-being should be priority, and then your kids, and then your business. Because si ati kusema hiyo biashara haita suffer in the end. Because I saw a post where Simon had posted, you can book for safari or for whatever. Alikuwa amepost. So kwa comment section watu wanauliza, mbona utuambii to book bonfire? You know, where is the hashtag bonfire? Or which side are we booking? Are we booking the other one or this one? You see now, unasikia hizo matoks za tunabook huku ama huku. As a business person, dangerous talks. Hizo matoks si mzuri. So it's a high time they sit, figure out, okay, we have fallen out, but we have a business. They can be, wanaweza kuwa wafanyi biashara. They don't have to be lovers or married, or maybe it's not working. If it's not working, also it's not working. Sarah has come out and apologized, and amesema, I'm so sorry if I told people to stay where in places where there is infidelity. Ladies, please forgive me. I now know better. She now knows better. So she has apologized. So if it's not working, they can still be business partners. That's it. Kila mtu aishi life yake. Sarah aishi life yake Simos, then they co-parent, though it will be very sad. Imagine watoto from seeing mom and dad every day. Unajua, you know how kids are usually, especially the young ones, wanaona mom na dad every day, you know, in the same place. Now to weekend enda uko, weekend rudi huku, enda uko rudi huku, hapo ndipo trauma ukuja ya watoto. And if you check on teens, wanasemanga, oh, this is happening to me because my parents divorced when I was 5. My parents divorced when I was 10. My parents, they usually carry that into their adulthood. Now they start doing weird stuff and start blaming the parents. Lakini, the issue here is counseling was not involved during that session. Remember, wanna watch too, and they can feel the energies, they can feel the negativity coming from mom and dad. They can feel it. They can feel it. Kids are not, watoto wa siku hizi kwanza, they are so smart. So I would advise counseling, therapy for mom, for dad, for the kids, so that emotions zishuke and they beat, at least wakue better off. Anyway, guys, what do you think? Please don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel.